Hello and welcome back to Football Index Moneyball. Today I'm just going to do a quick video review, the monthly update that I did last month. So this is the second installment in this pick of the day review series, and it's just basically going to go back over all the picks that we've had so far and take a look at what the results have been. We've got a little bit of time that's passed since our early reviews now. Started on the 23rd of August, so just over 2 months, and I've added an extra column just to show how many days it is since I made the review and the average duration that the reviews have been held for to go along with the average profit. So if we start there, 42 days is the average review, so just under a month and a half, and the average profit is 22%. I'm actually really pleased with that because the shift in the dividend structure and the big shift in all the funds in the market to the top end didn't work out very well for a lot of my picks. But I think there's a clear pattern, and it's similar to the one we were looking at on the last video, and that's the older players seem to be the ones that do better for me. Young players are still breaking through, so unless you get a lot of hype around them, the long-term picks, and they're the ones that I really do expect to be next season before I think about cashing them out. But the ones that I've picked for this season seem to have worked out quite well so far. So we've got Sebastian Rudy, who was the first video, who probably virtually none of you actually saw that video. It was nowhere near as well produced as the more recent ones. It didn't have the same analysis. But this is a player I'd been watching for a long time, and it's worked out well for me. He's actually come close to the PB a few times. He's the captain of Hoffenheim now, so I actually think there's a long way to go on Rudy. I wouldn't be surprised if he was to hit the 100% club. It's kind of a battle at the minute between Porto, Willian, and Rudy as to who's going to get there first. So that brings me to my second one, Willian. And the good thing about both these picks is they're up 82%, but they haven't actually, the thesis for buying them has not played out yet. So Willian, the reason I bought him was mainly because of the fact that I thought there was going to be transfer speculation. So there's still a chance of gaining even further from the positions that we have already. Willian, it's been helped by the fact that he's had some good performances, won some dividends, and that's made his price increase faster than I expected. And Rudy was just so underpriced that he was always going to increase once he started playing. And then Porto as well has worked out really well. I wouldn't say he's worked out better than I expected. Winning the triple game day today was definitely a massive bonus. That's created a big bump in his price. He was probably up about 50% at the beginning of the day, and now when you include the 8p dividends and the big rise, he's up to 90%. I'd expect a little bit of a fall in the next few days. He doesn't start for Spain, so probably over the international break you'll see that drop back down. But if anyone's not invested in Porto already, I think there's a long way to go, and I would recommend watching that video because his record when he was playing last season in a lesser team gives a lot of hope, and this is kind of what I was expecting to see. Now he was playing with good players like Oyarzabal and Willian Jose and Odegaard at Sociedad. So the two red numbers here, we've got Kangin Lee and Hamid Traore. Traore's got one assist, so he got me an IPD, which I'm pretty pleased with. These are hugely long-term trades. They're both 18-year-olds. They might be 19 now, and Kangin Lee's actually played more than I expected. I didn't expect any dividends from him either. He started a few games, which is great to see. He's not had a standout performance really. Same with Traore, not like Alphonso Davies, he was up a little bit more than that in the past, but he's been playing really well when he's played at Bayern in the last few weeks, and with all the injuries and the red cards and things like that. And they've got a new manager coming in now, so who knows how much game time he's going to get from there. But it's been a good period since he's been added to the portfolio and as a pick of the day, and I'm very confident on all three of those players. Patson Daka, he's done well, continued scoring, and then some of the recent picks. A good thing about this series of reviews is it highlights the players that haven't really changed too much from the videos, and those are the ones that are definitely worth going back and looking at. So even though the videos might be old, so Sergio Gomez, for example, he's a long-term trade for next season. He's playing in the second division in Spain, but he's on loan from Borussia Dortmund. So if you were interested in that kind of player, you can go back and take a look at that and know that you've not really missed out on the price. Same with Danny Da Costa. I don't really know why he's not worth more. He's had a couple of goals and assists recently. I missed out on the IPDs, but he's been playing really well, and I know the German coach was watching the game yesterday when they beat Bayern, so maybe he's put himself in the frame for that. He got a good assist. Yeah, and then so overall it's going pretty well, like I say. Another couple of players who are worth pointing out is Tom Davies, who seems to have broken into the Everton team now. He played again today against Tottenham. And the other one is Carlos Elena. So there's been links with possible loan move to Tottenham. So that's one I would very highly recommend looking into. Because if he gets a move to Tottenham, I wouldn't be surprised to see his price reach £2. Because that's pretty much what happened with Dani Ceballos when he moved to Arsenal, and he's not really set the world on fire. I think he did win dividends early on, but in my opinion, Carlos Elena could easily be a better player. It's pretty hard to say he is right now because we've not seen him play much this season, but he's got the potential to be a better player, and he's a few years younger, so he's more attractive for the index. So yeah, I'm going to keep this one short, this video. I just want to make sure that I'm keeping everyone who's been watching up to date with what's been happening in the players that we've been picking, and also in my portfolio if you're interested. If not, you can just turn off now. But this is the annualized ROI spreadsheet I've made. I've sent this out to a few people, so if anyone wants it, then I can send you a version with a few notes on how to work it, because it's a little bit complicated. So the headline figures are the profit for the month is actually negative £3.85, so it's been a pretty stagnant month for me. I was doing well up until the dividend announcement, and I wasn't set up well for it at all. I've actually exited all of my big PB top end players, apart from Pogba, who's injured, and I didn't want to lose the amount that he's running at now. I feel like he's going to get a decent rise as soon as he starts playing again and coming up to January for media. So yeah, I wasn't set up very well. My players, all the youth players, there was a lot of money went out of them after the announcement to go into the top end of the market. But for me, that's not really a concern. They were all long-term picks. They were doing better than I expected in the short term. And it gives me a chance to top up on some of them. And over time, the top end getting more expensive just means that our comparable prices are even better than they were in the first place. The other thing to look at is dividends. We've done pretty well on dividends, even though we weren't particularly aiming for those. Got £213 of dividends, which is a 10% increase on my total. A lot of that came from Porto today. I think I got about 80 odd pounds worth of dividends from him. So, and then total invested, this was a tighter month for me, so I just put £14.50 in. I'm probably going to be running at or below that through till after Christmas now. I'm still confident in the index, and I'm definitely looking to get money in whenever I can. It's the only investments that I'm making right now. I've pulled a lot of my money out of the stock market and things like that, and ISAs and saving accounts. So yeah, that's where I'm sat. Hopefully you found this interesting and helpful, and if you didn't, let me know if there's any improvements you want to see with a monthly review, if there's any items of data that you think I've missed. So keep an eye out for the pick of the day coming up in the next few days, and thanks for everyone for the feedback and support that we've got for the channel. I've had lots of positive comments. I had one guy on the index give me a bit of grief on Twitter the other day, which is a bit strange because I misread one of the rules, but apart from that, everything's been really positive, and I appreciate the support. Let me know what you thought, and good luck on the index. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment and subscribe. Also, if you know someone else who might like the video, then sharing with them would really help me out. There are links in the description for signing up to Football Index and Football Index Edge if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out the other videos on the channel for more strategy videos and the other picks of the day. Most picks are long-term holds with depressed prices for some reason or other, so often the picks can still offer the same value, if not better, a few weeks after. And the research methods and reasoning can help if you're new to the index and want to learn to analyse your own players. Thanks for watching. Good luck on the index.